What's going on, YouTube? How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing great as usual, guys. Thank you so much for all your recent support. It means a lot, guys. For all my diehards that have been there since day one, I want to give you guys a special shout out. You guys are awesome. You guys have definitely supported me from the ground up. So I just want to really thank you guys for that. Again, special shout out to all my diehards that have been there since day one. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you. I'll never forget you guys. Guys, this video, I just want to talk about certain things that I notice as an owner of these two TVs when it comes to like realizing what you lose because of the price difference between the two models. Uh, right now, you're going to see I have the Samsung S90D. I am going to be in game mode. Game mode to me is very important. I feel like when I purchase a TV, it is primarily 90% maybe game capability is like my number one importance when it comes to gaming. How good can the TV look, and is the price justifiable? That's like my main thing right there. It's just basically overall value, and I think we all have our own perception of that, but some things are obvious. So that's what I want to show you today. I'm just going to show you some of the things that you will notice that the S90D just cannot get to, because I just feel like everybody recognizes what it's really good for and what its strengths are, which is amazing and it's awesome, and is definitely a high value TV. It definitely is amongst the top tier of all TVs, but its price point matches the best as far as its capabilities. And when you put it next to any premium TV, I'm gonna guess, whether it's the A95L or the LG G4, and you turn that on, you will be able to tell the difference as far as overall picture quality and what you're losing. And that's what I think this video is going to be primarily about, because it's important to know those things. There's always another side and another perspective. I think that this one just kind of makes sense, and that's here. This is what this video is really going to be about. You guys know my favorite game, still of all time so far, is God of War Ragnarok. The game just has a massive amount of detail capability, but you have to have the right TV that can pull that out. And you know, this is just going to show you a really good example of what you're going to notice in that price point. So like if you're interested in either a G4 or an S90D, and you know that it's close between you and you love both TVs, and you're really trying to figure out which one you're going to pull the trigger, you're going to spend more money on the overall better clarity and sharpness, or are you going to be okay with stepping down and missing some of those fine, beautiful details and things like that? So that's what this video is going to be pretty much about. So again, guys, we have the 77-inch S90D over here on the right. And as you guys can clearly see, Kratos looks amazing. You have very good detail. I mean, your game, and again, we are specifically comparing in game mode, obviously, when it comes to 4K HDR gaming. And I am running this through my trusty Sony PS5. All right. But yeah, anyways, so this game, as you can tell, guys, I pick it a lot because it definitely has tons of detail, and these are the things that attracts me at this level of TV. In my personal opinion, if you don't have a good game mode that doesn't give you as much detail as possible at a very high performance as far as input lag goes, then you're not even going to be in the conversation for me, because that is literally top priority. And I can tell you guys right now, anywhere in that top level, even the S90D, I would say second top level, you're gonna get really good performance. And no matter which TV you pick, it's going to be worth it. All right. Whether you save the money and don't get as much detail, but you still have an amazing TV that you're absolutely happy with, that's probably going to be something like the S90D, because the S90D does just that at the right price point. I think right now people are hoping that it, like, you know, has a dramatic uh, price drop, but who knows? I mean, it's hard to say. There's still a high demand and deliver a lot of punch for its price. So, they if they do discount the S90G a little bit more, I think that'll be even a better deal. But again, guys, even at its price right now, you're still getting a good value. It's just that good of a TV. Now, as you guys can see, I am in game mode, and here we are looking around. Beautiful highlights, beautiful detail, really nice 3D effect, right? And I'm just going to turn on the G4 just to show you guys what you're comparing it to now, all right? So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to turn the G4 on. And then all of a sudden, things do change. So here's the thing, guys. We all know at this point that what the S90D is known for, right? It's got the amazing value, really just punchy colors. Its 3D effect has definitely cleared up and looked a lot better than its previous models, past 2 years in a row. They are improving, and it is definitely the future. You can clearly tell. I think that because of the overall processing, whether it's in, I believe that the S90D and the S95D share the same processor. Again, I don't pay attention too much after I buy the TV, to a certain point of how far along or what the differences are within the processing goes. But at the same time, I believe that they are the same processor, whether you get the S90D or the S95D. So that right there is a limit within itself, and it shows. That is the case if the S95D maybe can pull more color out of the picture due to being able to get brighter. That I have not personally seen. It looks like online that a lot of people will say it is the brighter, the brighter, punchier color of any TV out there. But at the same time, it's like I can't really say personally that I've seen it like that. I mean, I've seen it on display at Best Buy, but not at home where I get to really actually compare them side by side in my own space and do this just concentrating just on these TVs. And I can with these two TVs and share my experience. So my overall thing here, guys, is what you're missing is true, like I like to personally call it, like hyper realistic picture. And that I think I would have to give by far, guys. I mean, if you look at this scene right here, by far, the LG G4 has, I mean, and guys, this is like, you can pretty much take it out the box and it's going to look like this. And then once you start tweaking in your own personal settings, as far as how you want your picture to look, depending on what game you're specifically playing, oh man, it comes out to be one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen in your life. You just sit back, you look, and you're like, wow. So if you guys look in the upper part, where I'll point right here and right where my finger's on, and then you go over here and you look at that same area on the left, guys, I don't know how you can't see this even through YouTube. There is a lot more detail in the G4. All right. I mean, guys, it's hard to get away from that. Once you get spoiled by that and you see these things, it's ridiculous. It is so real, much more realistic, or much more realistic than um, anything I've personally has have ever seen. I don't know of any other way to explain it. Even more than my A95L. It's that much better. And that's out the box, guys. So don't just let that go and say that's not a big deal, because honestly, it is a big deal. When you have it at home and you compare it like this, you definitely see the difference in what better processing does. And for LG to be able to have a brighter picture or brighter game mode and be able to maintain that level of detail, guys, I mean, how are you just going to disregard that? That's my opinion. So, yeah, maybe the colors may not look better than the S90D, the S95D, which I understand. That is why I love the S90D. I have the TV, as you can clearly see. I bought the TV. It's mine. I love it. I play on that TV all the time, and I enjoy playing anything on that TV. I've never played a game that I'm not happy with on the S90D. Every single game I played is just fun and it's exciting and it's on point for game mode. All right. It's not about that, but my point is that sometimes like you have to look at it from a different perspective, because um, you're probably like gonna be willing to sacrifice that because of the ultra realistic or like picture that you see through your own very eyes when you're watching these TVs. It's just amazing. So LG, guys, they did a great job on the G4. They really, really did, especially like once you start tuning in your TV and really start getting more of that detail and pop at the same time with really good highlights and not losing details in the highlights. If you once you start fine tuning your settings and make them really tight, you guys start to really see some amazing stuff that the LG G4 can do, and nobody gives LG that credit ever. And I don't understand why personally, but that's just again, they should get a lot more credit than they deserve, because they make a really, really nice TV. They really do. And to be honest with you, even if it's not an apples to apples comparison, the whole point of the video is that it's just to show you guys that it may not matter. It's either you're going to choose to save the money and lose um, that great detail, or you spend the extra money and you just get wowed every single time you look at your TV. And I get more of that wow factor with the G4 than I do with the S90D. Um, it's That's how impactful the picture is, in my personal opinion, on the G4. It's just the reality of the situation. Um, that's how I felt about the A95L last year, guys. You know me. You know how much I love that TV. I bought two of them, two 77 inches. I mean, you don't love a TV that much unless you absolutely love that TV and you think it's the best thing that you ever had in your entire life. All right. That TV is amazing. I bought two of them, both 77 inches. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you guys already know last year, hands down, the Sony A95L was just the killer TV for me. It really did a great job at coming back and making their game mode that much better and more exciting, more bright, but still having that QD OLED color, maybe not as vibrant or saturated as the Samsung QD OLEDs, but still, that's what was cool about the A95L. It was like dead center, right in the middle. It had really good processing, It had really amazing details, really good color, and that's why it was the TV of the year, and it was well deserved. Let's just face the facts. So um, this year, everything changes like year by year. It's just crazy how competitive the TV market is and what you get for your money. And although these two are really not a direct competitor against each other, there's a lot of you guys who are considering these two TVs. So I'll just leave you guys with that. But, anyways, guys, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Um, I can do other samples, guys, but again, it was really more just to talk, but to me, I think this setting, or I'm sorry, that scene alone right there, looking at the wall, you can clearly see that the G4 just brings a different type of reality to a picture than I think any other TV I've ever seen in my life, at least here in the US. I don't know any other brands in the US specifically that can get to that high level. Bravia 9, I would say yes. But again, it's not an OLED, so to me, it's just not even in the same league personally. I feel like no matter how good a mini LED is going to be, it's not going to be an OLED TV or at this point a QD OLED TV. So it's just they're just not even in the same tier or level. They can get compared if you're a buyer, and I understand that, but and you're just trying to figure out what the differences are, but they're not even in the same level to really compare like that, in my personal opinion. You might as well, at that same price point, just go with the A95L. It's just that simple. I mean, do that. So you're getting the best of both worlds, basically, if you go that route. It's just common sense at the same price point. Um, and it's going to be what, the same exact processor. I mean, maybe tweaked a little bit or something like that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's that simple. But anyways, guys, that's my point. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will do more about this. I just wanted to talk about it, let you guys know I didn't forget about you guys. Work has been super, super busy, but I appreciate all your support, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.